everybody. Welcome back to 1986. This is the limited series podcast from A Film By, where we're going to determine is 86 the best year for movies in the 80s or not. And with me today, first, a guy who needs no introduction, co-host of A Film By, Brad Kozo. Brad, hello.
Hello, everyone.
And with us for the first time, our good friend Dayton Johnson. Dayton, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Good.
I'll tell you though, I am prepared to go dark today into the bowels of hell. I'm talking about Taft versus Bakersfield, 1972.
Robin Williams.
I'm emotionally naked here.
That is gross, Dad.
Kurt Russell.
Jack, you can't play that game again.
The best of times.
You're going to replay what game?
For Jack Dundee, nothing was more important than the game.
If you play that game again, you're not sleeping in this bed.
Nothing. Let's play some football! The best of times. Rated PG-13. Now at select theaters. Check newspapers.
So we're just a few days after Super Bowl, big game. Whether you like the outcome or not, Brady and Mahomes. We're going to talk about a bigger game. Brad, first.
Well, we're talking best of times.
Yeah, best of times. So first impression when you hear this title.
A movie that just kind of makes everybody happy. It's a fun movie. It's to me a childhood movie that everybody in my family loved. It was just anything Kurt Russell in the 80s is just excellent.
How about you, Dayton?
Actually, when I hear the title, I think of the gift that Admiral Kirk received in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. He got a copy of A Tale of Two Cities, and the opening line is, it was the best of times, is the worst of times, because honestly, I had forgotten about this movie almost completely until I started looking at the list. And I was like, oh, that's right. I remember this now.
It's funny that you say you'd almost forgotten about this. So my first impression, I remember seeing this for the first time. It was probably early 90s, maybe, or maybe it was 89. I don't know, but it was like on TBS, the Superstation. I just remember thinking, hey, this is a Kurt Russell movie I've never seen. And I liked it and completely forgot about it. And until I want to say like 94, hanging out in Brad's basement, and he starts quoting the best of times. And I'm like, what, best of times? And then it rekindled my thoughts on the movie. Yeah. Greatest quarterback of all time, Reno Hightower, played by
What
Kurt
a great
Russell.
name. What a great character name.
That is a phenomenal football quarterback name.
I love it.
Just Reno Hightower. I'm like, it just says superstar.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what, this is what, 35 years?
This was released in February of 86, so I guess it's celebrating its 35th anniversary.
Yeah, it's literally came out like this week.
Yeah.
35 years ago.
Yeah, excellent. And, just excellent timing that we're talking about it now on its 35th anniversary and just a few days after the Super Bowl we just watched. So awesome stuff. Let's talk about public service announcement. Who's got one for me?
Ooh, I do.
Okay, Dayton.
Football one. And of course, as you may know, I am a big 49er fan. So I'm going to reference the 1986 49ers draft because the greatest coach ever, Bill Walsh,
Yes.
was driving the owner nuts because he didn't draft anybody in the first round. He didn't draft anybody in the second round. And owner called him and said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm being patient." And patient he was, because he actually traded down 4 times and made 6 trades with 6 different teams to draft 3 guys in the 3rd round, 3 guys in the 6th round. Now, in the 3rd round, he got John Taylor, who caught the winning touchdown against the Bengals.
Yes.
And Tom Rathman, who just announced his retirement as a coach after being the fullback forever and then being a coach forever from the team, as well as in the 4th round, he got Charles Haley, future Hall of Famer, and Tim McKyer, a defensive back. So what I think this means is be patient. Patience is rewarded. And he proved it because 2 years later, they went and won the Super Bowl. And all those guys he drafted in those 2 rounds started.
Now, Brad, I know you are a Cincinnati native like I am. So please tell me you've got something that is not having to do with the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, I want to thank Dayton for that painful memory of letting us know that you mentioned 2 different games where the 49ers stomped on the Bengals, but the Bengals weren't terrible that year.
No,
I
those
mean,
were actually two of the best Super Bowls ever. Honestly.
they in '86 they learned they were actually second in of rushing yards
Yes,
of
they were.
the entire NFL. And the Walter Payton Man of the Year award in 1986 goes to number 57, Reggie Williams.
Reggie Williams.
So even though we didn't go to the Super Bowl that year, Walter Payton Man of the Year was still pretty good for 5'7".
That is pretty good.
Yeah. So let's talk about the best of times. Basic premise. You've got the town of Taft, kind of the ultimate underdog town, gets their asses kicked every year. Yeah, it's a swamp.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible town.
Always get beat by the dominant town of Bakersfield. And then 1972, Reno Hightower comes on the scene. They've got a shot at winning, and he, what is it? The last moments of the game, he has this 65 yards in the air pass. It's beautiful. His knees folded. His career's over.
His career is over.
Yeah. But there's one guy open, and that son of a bitch dropped it. It's Robin Williams, who has for the last 13 years regretted his entire existence because he dropped the damn ball.
Third string wide receiver
put in. Yeah. Wide open. Yeah. So he gets this crazy idea that he can get his life back on track. He can get the town. He can breathe life into the town if they just replay the game. And obviously hilarity ensues.
I mean, I think anybody that's been in a situation where they've either struck out, missed the basket, dropped the football, we've all that played sports as a kid, we recognize that right away. Just like, oh my God, if I would have caught that one or hit that one, I would have been different. But so it's kind of like a boys' fantasy movie almost in a way.
I kind of had an issue with that because, he muffed the catch and everything. And you know what? And he's been just worrying about it the entire time. And I think because he wouldn't let it go, I think he ruined his own life.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's just like, dude, get over it, you know?
Well, it's clear like the women in his life need him to move on. They're just like, hey.
Absolutely.
But people don't let him forget though. Like, especially like his Donald Moffat playing his father-in-law.
Well, he's a jerk. So
he's a jerk. Yeah, he's the villain. But hey, Butterfingers. Yeah. Brad, Donald Moffat plays a character. His character's name is the Colonel.
What is he the Colonel of?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't get that, but I love it. He's like Colonel Tom Parker. I mean, he's just.
I'm assuming. Well, we're crazy about their women though. Their women, I love the fact that their women are actually football women. They know statistics and stuff like that. Like when they get busted for watching Monday Night Football, they're just as much pissed that they're watching a game as they are. Come on, they're 0-17 between the two of them.
Holly Palance, who plays Robin Williams' wife, I love that little diatribe she has when she's like, I don't want to talk about Dick Butkus at the dinner table. And the daughter's like, who's Dick Butkus? And she like rolls out like an ESPN analyst. Right.
We are going to blitz like Dick Butkus into the backfield of the future and throw a vicious forearm shiver on the demon ball carriers of the past.
I don't want to talk about Dick Butkus at the dinner table, Jack. I told you that.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Dick Butkus? All-American linebacker for the University of Illinois. 11 years All-Pro with the Chicago Bears, and now he's doing like beer commercials, and I still don't want to talk about him at the dinner table.
So let's talk about the movie a little bit. I mean, we're all football guys on this episode. Who do you Brad? Who do you connect more to? Do you got like the Reno Hightower feel, or do you got the Jack Dundee feel?
I mean, I think we all want to recognize with Reno because he was the man at a time. And like he does have that cool scene. He's like, look, I like the stories, I like the stories. I'm going to go make a fool out of myself and maybe I'm not going to be, the best, or see, I throw a beer can in the garage. Hey, nice shot, Reno, but I mean, I like him because he thinks about it, but he's not obsessed about it like Jack. Like Jack, Dayton's right. Jack just is kind of a loser.
And he was hard. I struggled to identify with anybody because I was never that guy in high school. I wasn't a Reno Hightower.
Yeah. Okay.
I was more like Jack Dundee, but I also, I made my mistakes and I wouldn't change necessarily anything I did in high school because that's who I am now. And what bothered me about his character so much was it was so personal. It became so selfish and he lied to the town. He committed, he did all that graffiti.
Terrorism.
I mean, he did all that
terrorism
stuff just so he could get his way. And you know what? He had a beautiful wife that actually loved him. And if he just would have moved on, it wouldn't have mattered. But he didn't. He's honestly, I blame him for the town. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. It's just,
Yeah, and you're right. This is the greediest Robin Williams character I think we've ever seen. You're right, because
especially for a comedy.
Yeah, he's got an amazing job. He's a bank manager, beautiful big house, beautiful wife, daughter. He does have everything going for him, but he just can't let the past go.
Even his bullshit has bullshit.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that line. Everyone in this movie feels like they could do better or they could be better.
Oh yeah.
But everyone's happy. I guess everyone's happy with where they're at except for him. So I don't know if maybe his greediness, maybe in a way, what is it? He pulls the town out of lethargy.
Gigi's right. That town is a swamp. It did need a kick in the ass, and it did need an enema from the bowels of their souls. It was a terrible looking town. People got junk in their yards. We've seen those neighborhoods where you just go down a neighborhood and there's just crap in people's yards. And I'm like, I know that. One thing though about this movie is the production design and the costumes. It just seems real. That's what, if you lived in that area, that's the kind of jacket you would wear. That's what the buildings would look like. You could like smell that town the way it was.
Yeah, I don't share the enthusiasm you two have for this movie, because it just
it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous.
But the thing was, I don't remember even laughing that much. I remember it a lot more. The nostalgia of it was a lot better than rewatching it again. I'm like, as far as Robin Williams movies go, I think it's extremely forgettable. Like if you ask somebody, hey, name 10 Robin Williams movies, I guarantee they don't mention this one.
Oh no.
They never will.
No. And it's unfortunate, because I want to put a lot of the blame on the director, because he never really made a really good effort to make them really likable. I think that was you're supposed to really root for Robin Williams, but I never really did. I don't think the director knew what he was doing. Even Robin Williams said, hiring a director from Canada probably wasn't a good idea to direct a football movie.
But I think the thing they thought had working for him is that had that Ron Shelton script. And
yes.
Shelton became this like master of sports movies after
exactly.
that.
Yes. He went on to do Bull Durham, wrote and directed Bull Durham, White Man Can't Jump, Cobb, and my favorite golf movie of all time, Tin Cup.
Tin Cup's great.
Tin Cup is excellent. Love Tin Cup.
But it was literally I think it was his first script. So, I mean, I think they were kind of just counting on that being just a really fun type of script. It sounded like a fun movie to do.
Yeah, I could have seen the pitch and like, oh yeah, we'll do this, Robin Williams and whatever, we can make this work.
You might be on something there. Canadian filmmaker Roger Spottiswoode, which is always a fun word, always a fun name to say.
Right.
He did a couple of good flicks.
Well, okay,
he did Turner Hooch, Air America, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
We're saying a couple. We're saying a couple good flicks. So I'll give him credit. I'll give him credit for Terror Train and Turner and Hooch. He did one of the Bond movies, one of the Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was a writer on 48 Hours.
Yes.
Yeah, but he still did Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. So
he did, but we forgave Stallone, so we should forgive him for that.
And he also did the HBO movie and The Band Played On, so he can.
Oh, he did that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he can do. Maybe this was early on in his career. Maybe he didn't really know how to do comedy yet. Maybe he didn't know how to handle Robin Williams, because this is still relatively early in Robin's career as far as an actor. We got
some good character actors in this too. Emmett Walsh shows up.
Yeah.
I got this guy, especially for this series that we're doing for 1986. He might be the MVP that we end up talking about, because in 1986, Emmett Walsh shows up in Best of Times, Wildcats, Critters, and Back to School. Is there a busier guy in 1986 than Emmett Walsh?
Actually, if you look, I think Charlie Sheen might be there too.
Oh yeah,
because Lucas, the Wraith, Platoon.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, I think there's one more. I think he actually has 4 that year. There's one more.
Emmett Walsh got some award very recently where it was like the best character actor like alive type of thing. Okay. I don't know the exact name of the award, but there were a bunch of like mainstream actors, like Harrison Ford was there for Blade Runner and stuff. And yeah, he got this like award for being just a phenomenal character actor.
Well,
I can see that.
And the year before he this big launch of movies in 85, he's in Fletch, which that's my introduction to Emmett Walsh, is because I seen Fletch before I seen Blade Runner.
Yeah.
So he's like that doctor that.
Well, here's a question that I have.
Yeah.
Emmett Walsh was also in Wildcats with
Yes.
Goldie Hawn. So did Kurt Russell do this movie because she did Wildcats and they wanted to have 2 football movies and he couldn't stand it that there was 2? He didn't do the football movie and she did.
Wildcats comes out before. I think Wildcats was before this one, even though they
I think it was right before it. Yeah.
I never even thought about the Kurt and Goldie connection with Emmett Walsh in football movies.
When I started rewatching this movie, I actually kept getting those 2 confused. I mean,
you do.
Yeah.
And because I think the uniforms are kind of the same for the Taft and the Wildcats.
And I can't remember if Robin Lively, who plays, she's in both of them.
Yes, she is in both of them.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's how I'm like, there's got to be some weird connection with that. I want to know, like, okay, so when Kurt Russell is putting that syringe in his knee, I know he had a meniscus injury years ago. So I'm wondering if that is real, like surgery scars, because he played AAA ball for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, probably.
And I mean, him and Robin Williams, surprisingly, both did their own stunts, and they said they both played football when they were in high school.
I could see Russell going to Spottiswoode and saying, "Hey, if you want to do a scene where I'm doping my knee up, we can do that." Because I told, and him going, "Yeah, let's authenticity, let's do this." I could see that happening.
Yeah.
And let's just say that there need to be more quarterbacks with the attitude of Reno Hightower. I mean, how many times are you watching the TV and somebody doesn't do well and, you want to say, nice catch, my ass. I'm supposed to do when the ball hits you in the hands. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. What's the guy say? Reno, you're a real prick.
Yeah. And he's like, you're slow, you're lazy, and your hands are for shit.
Yeah.
Some of those teams need a good kick in the ass. Like we need a Reno Hightower to take a team to victory. I
would have drafted him in the 70s. Yeah. Absolutely.
And there's something about Kurt Russell playing a blue collar guy that just works.
Well, he does it very well. He makes it believable.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you still know that's Robin Williams, but with Kurt Russell, he looks like he works in a garage. His hands are filthy. He got the cigarette coming. I mean, he just looks dirty.
He's got that great look with the toboggan and the t-shirt, the flannel.
Yeah. I mean, in the year after this, he goes and does Overboard. So it's just like, he's just like the perfect. And I believe he did. So 86, he does this and Big Trouble in Little China in the same year.
No, that's a great movie.
Yeah,
that's a double shot. Right?
Well, we're definitely talking about Big Trouble here coming up. Yeah, this movie, I kind of feel like the more I look at it, you got people knocking out 2 or 3 performances in '86 that are just big years for him. Russ, and especially with Russell. Yeah. Let me ask you guys this, and I think Dayton he might be a little more harsh now that we know how he feels about the movie, but the whole Kid Lester thing from the prologue and the epilogue with Kid Lester. Mm-hmm. Do we really need that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. I think that's probably one of the best things in the movie because it kind of sets, the whole intro, it talks about how bad it was. And they had their one shot with Kid Lester and it didn't work out. And then here we have our next shot and everything. And he comes out of hiding. He's been gone forever. He shows up just to watch the game. I think that's actually kind of beautiful when you figure out who he is. Because you see this old man walking up and going, "Oh, that's Kid Lester." I know that you don't reveal it until he walks away.
Yeah.
But I think you pretty much, if you're paying attention, you know who that is. So yeah, that's one of the better parts of the movie, I think.
Okay.
When I'm that old, I want a cardigan with Kid Lester stitched on the back of it. So bad.
Kind of like falling apart and
right.
I love it.
Threadbare and everything.
Holly Palance. I'm watching it and I watched this again like a week ago and I thought to myself, I've seen her in something, but I don't know what. So this is the nanny.
Me too. And I couldn't place it.
So she's the nanny that hangs herself in The Omen. Remember that?
Yes.
Hey, Damien,
oh my God.
This is all for you, Damien. Yeah.
Well, she's married to the director.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
she really doesn't have much of a body of work after this either.
She doesn't. Claim to fame after Best of Times. She was the suicidal nanny in The Omen, and she was a Lois Lane stand-in for Christopher Reeve for Superman 1 and 2. She did the balcony scene for Superman 1, and then she did the hotel scene for Superman 2. and it's actually on they released it on the extra features. And
That's
they
on
did
it's on the Donner cut.
It's on the it's on the Donner cut. Funny that they wouldn't have Margot Kidder around to screen test with him, but Holly Pounce is there, and it's Jack Palance's daughter.
I was just gonna ask. It was like,
Yeah.
is there any relation to?
That's as soon as I saw the name, I was like, I wonder if she do, because again, Brad, we were watching City Slickers recently, so
Yeah,
Jack Palance is on my mind. I was like, wait, Holly Palance? I wonder if is a connection there, but yeah.
you got Pamela Reed as Gigi.
Oh,
She
I
was a
love
good
her.
she was a good 80s wife part. She would always play a good partner or wife.
What else did we see her in?
She was Schwarzenegger's partner in
Oh, that's
Kindergarten
right.
Cop.
She was that's it.
She plays Leslie Knope's mother on Parks and
Yeah,
Recreation.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Is her singing career really going anywhere if she leaves Taft?
No. I mean, no. I mean,
let's be brutally honest.
Dayton is brutally honest. I love it.
because the reality of it is, I mean, for where she is, people will go watch her. And as well as I do, you go to LA and she tries to sell that there, it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, and I don't mean, it's just what it is,
Well,
And it's a lounge singer.
Yeah, she's at the bowling alley or whatever, But here's the thing: this is 1986, and like her act is like almost like a 50s,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
Supremes kind of a thing.
Yes.
Like you're not going anywhere.
She could get a job at a hotel, that 50s themed hotel or something. Maybe,
Yeah.
But I don't. She's not going to hit it big.
And I also feel like, so when they're at like their dance, why is like the music playing like music from like as if they graduated in 1962?
I don't know that song, the first time.
Yeah. I mean, I know Ron Shelton loves those like great old love songs. He used them in Bull Durham and stuff, but it didn't fit for the class of 1972.
I don't know, because I don't know how old that song was at that point, and I can say that because I know my dad had talked to me about that song at one point. Like it was big. It was like a big hit around his time for prom, and he was kind of like a 72, 73 kind of a guy. So
All right,
I don't know.
yield to that then.
that one could work. But to your point, though, a lot of the rest of the music feels a little dated.
Okay, so me and my wife were watching this the other night, and I was hoping that one of you guys can help us with this. What the hell are the Caribous? Can somebody break it down to me who exactly they are? Are they the town's council? Are there any actually elected officials there?
They're like the Elks Club and the Moose Club. That's all
Yeah.
they are.
Okay.
Yeah,
They give money to they sponsor stuff.
Yeah, they're boosters.
Okay.
It's not like they're not like the Masonic Lodge, but they're kind of like I kind of liken them to the water buffalo from the Flintstones.
Yeah.
It's just an excuse for these guys to get together, have some beer.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
most of us will get that reference.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but it's just a place. They do good things for the town, and I think that's why he has to get them on board,
Yeah.
convincing them that they need to replay the game. But yeah, other than that, like the one guy's like, "I propose we head to the bar," and they
Yeah.
like, "Second."
I mean, but just some of those lines, I mean, are so perfect during the I don't know, the meeting, the town meeting. I'm just like, if you're afraid, yes, you'll drop the damn ball. I mean,
great.
that's the thing is nobody does let him go. Yeah, I'll give it to you that he should have let it go, but the rest of the town doesn't really let him go. Like Reno's about to throw him the keys, and he's like, nah.
I love that.
He's got the constant reminder from his father-in-law. The whole, he's right. The whole town knows it. He's asking the hooker massage parlor girl.
This is how. Yeah, this
like, what do you think? You should have caught the damn ball.
Yeah, I love that's. He is so obsessed about it. He's paying money to go see a prostitute so he can have someone to talk about the game with.
Yeah, that's it.
He's like, "Am I a good lover?" She's like, "I'm the best
to do it."
I think it's just part of the experience, because he's like, "Am I a good lover, darling?" She's like, "The best." She's like, "How do you know? We never do."
We never had sex. Okay.
Yeah, he just wants to talk about the game. But even she's sick of his bullshit,
Well, yeah, everybody is.
Yeah,
That's
You are full of shit, Jack. In every way that it's possible for a person to be full of it, you are. Even your bullshit is bullshit. Really, Jack, you're a decent human being, basically. You're just full of shit.
And like I said, I think that's the biggest issue with the movie is you're supposed to root for this guy, and I spent the whole movie going, I don't care, get over it, man.
Yeah,
move on.
I think for me, I root for Reno, because he does have this legend where every year his touchdown passes are, in the one game are like
keep going up.
They keep going up, like he's like 6 touchdown passes. I only threw 3. It was 7.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. Next year it'll be 8.
Yeah, right.
And then when they go to the dance, some guy says, "Remember that night you threw 8 touchdowns?"
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, "Well,
you don't do it without a great offensive line."
Yeah. So I'm rooting for Hightower throughout this whole thing because for him, it's like, can he live up to that legend that the town holds him in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's the guy that I get behind when I watch this movie. And, his concerns are real, even like when they're in the game and it's halftime, they're getting their asses kicked. And he's now this freaking nightmare is mine,
Yeah.
That's who I love.
I like how he wouldn't fix his wife's car so she wouldn't leave him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, and how hurt he gets when he's, you can't leave. Your VW needs work. She's like, I'm taking it to another guy. And
I know,
like,
take another shot.
Oh,
Yeah. Which is like,
I have never been unfaithful to you ever.
Yeah. He gets, oh.
Yeah.
He's like, you going to fix her car? Hell no. I love her.
Hell no, I love her. What is do we have van specialists anymore? Because this is clearly like an auto body shop.
There was a thing in the 80s where people were doing the painting
yeah.
vans thing.
Yeah, like he's like a van specialist because like he fixes cars, but he also does like this elaborate artwork on vans.
That was such a big thing in the 70s and 80s, and you just don't see enough vans anymore. Minivans or SUVs. So no, although every once in a while you'll see somebody have their van like the Mystery Machine, but that's about it.
Yeah,
I would love. The van needs to make a comeback. Only this time, I think it should be like soccer moms getting the airbrush on the side.
Yeah,
I think that'd be great.
So the build up to this game, do you guys feel that the game was a good payoff?
He's going to catch the ball. So,
yeah, but I mean, instead of just showing that one part, it was at least like the build up to that moment. Was that worth it?
Are you saying like is the final game?
Yes.
Was it a good? I think it was going to pay off. It
was all right.
Yeah,
it was all right.
It's a good resolution. You knew, like Dayton said, you knew that he has to catch the ball. You're going to get like this sappy happy ending. But I mean, I couldn't even imagine it going any other way. I'd be pissed if it did. If he didn't
drop that goddamn ball, your life is over.
Yeah, if he drops the ball a second time, then the sequel to this is like the darkest, creepiest movie ever. Because you know what, when Jack Dundee drops the football for a second time, that's where you get the Robin Williams character from 1 Hour Photo.
That's what I was gonna say. It was like either 1 Hour Photo or Insomnia.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, Jack Dundee is turning into 1 Hour Photo or Insomnia if he doesn't catch the ball. And it's good that he does catch the ball because then you get the happier Robin Williams movie.
Yeah.
So 86 breakdown. I got a couple questions for you guys.
Sure.
Let's just start off. I already know Dayton's answer, so I'm going to go to Brad first. Brad, is this the best movie of 1986?
This is not the best movie of 1986. It is a pretty good comedy, but more of a nostalgic childhood movie.
Okay. Dayton, I'm going to flip the script a little bit on this question for you.
All right.
Is this the best football movie of 1986?
I thought Wildcats was better.
All right, that's fair.
But I mean, the fact was, even the movies that came out around the same time. I mean, a couple weeks prior to this, Claim of the Cave Bear came out. The same day, Youngblood, the hockey movie, came out. And then the week after, you had Hannah and Her Sisters and FX. Most of those movies are better than this one. So definitely not. And Wildcats, I thought was a more fun movie overall. But that was just, so. Good
call. Prequel, sequel, remake. Brad, your tip to do this for the studio. How are you going to handle the property?
I would handle and you're going to be shocked by this. I would actually handle a remake of it. I think you could maybe not even do football because the hard thing about this movie is football is a tough game. Mm-hmm. But bones break and people age. So if they did something in the vein of like basketball or baseball or something not so hardcore in the body, I could see it being remade with a newer audience. I definitely could see it.
You're going with a reboot. You're going to take the property and put it in a different sport. Okay.
I mean, they could, or they could stick with football. But I could see it being, revamped somehow.
You know what? Actually, I would like to see the original season, the 1972 game. I'd like to see that season.
Ooh, okay, good. So like a prequel, but get that.
But I want to see that. I want to see that year. I want to see Reno Hightower as that senior year. I want to see him walking around this high school being the man, and I want to see Robin Williams being a third string wide receiver that nobody seems to give a crap about, because that's probably what it was like. I want to see a high school movie, and if you're going to do something with it, I want to see that. So maybe when I watch Best of Times again, maybe I can relate more to Robin Williams' character. I think there's maybe a better story for that year.
Well, is that a comedy though, Dayton? Because I mean, we all know that he dropped the damn ball. So
yeah, it's still a comedy.
But he did write that essay. God,
my friend.
Right.
Hell of an essay.
I still think it's a comedy. Maybe not the best ending for one, but I still think it's a comedy.
I'm going to do something. I'm going with prequel, not like Dayton's though. I'm going to go with a spinoff prequel. I want to watch the Kid Lester movie.
Yeah.
Give me that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a question. Do white shoes make you a better quarterback?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They have to.
He's wearing his white shoes.
Yeah. It's like the crowd goes wild. Yeah. When you put on the white shoes, you mean business.
Yeah. It's just, and they stay white for about 10 seconds.
Yeah. As soon as he walks on the field, they're muddy already.
Yeah. They're muddy as hell. All right. Dayton.
Yes.
Nintendo Face Off. So here's a situation. You've got the
game Ghosts and Goblins with Kirk Cameron.
Dayton already knows what we're talking about. So yeah. Kirk Cameron, he's Robin Williams' son. Yes.
And this actually movie came out when Growing Pains was actually on the air.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice, one of Robin Lively's friends is actually Tracy Gold.
Yeah.
His
really?
Sister. Yeah. She's only.
I've never seen that.
Oh, you never watched Growing Pains?
I don't even know.
No, I knew Growing Pains. But you're saying Tracy Gold's in the movie.
Yeah, she has
They're
no
really
lines.
young looking.
Yeah. She has no line. She's just one of Robin Lively's friends. She's always in the background. But yeah, there's one scene during the game when they're watching and they all look really sad and they're all sitting together and you can see her sitting there. So because I can't imagine Robin Williams having any kind of control over the controller.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that, I might lose to anybody else. So
why Ghosts and Goblins? That's an interesting pick.
Mostly because I'm not a Mario fan, because I always was so bad at those games. And Ghosts and Goblins is a cool game. It's you're fighting. I'm a big fantasy guy. So swinging swords and, busting up ghosts and skeletons and things like that and goblins, that's all kinds of fun stuff right there.
Absolutely. All right, Brad, who are you inviting over for an afternoon of Nintendo, and what game are you going to play?
Reno Hightower Tecmo Bowl.
Okay. I don't even think you need to explain why on any of them.
But here's the thing. I actually am going to play the 49ers because they were unstoppable on Tecmo Bowl.
Okay, well,
every player on Tecmo Bowl when you played with the 49ers was amazing.
I'm not going to disagree with that, but here's what I'm going to tell you. I, too, am playing Tecmo Bowl. And if Reno's over at your house, I've got Jack over at my house for two reasons. He's going to obsess over it every time I kick his ass. And also because I am Bakersfield in that situation. Because Brad, my background with Tecmo Bowl. I'm a juggernaut.
Yeah.
I can't be beat at Tecmo Bowl. And I want to smash him to pieces. And then 13 years later, I want him like a demon ball carrier of the past. I want him to come back after me and challenge me one more time. But Brad, I'm not using the 49ers. Yeah, you had Tecmo Bowl, you had Montana, you had all those greats. I'm going with the Raiders.
Ooh, yeah, they were good on there too.
Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
You can't beat those guys.
And when I beat Reno Hightower, you know what I'm going to do for him? I'm going to pose for him.
Give me the teeth.
Good teeth.
Yeah, give me the teeth. Yes.
No one can pose like him.
That's ridiculous.
All right. It is ridiculous. I just, it's funny because I'm waiting to ask this question. Dayton really throws me off with the Ghosts and Goblins thing because I'm thinking, is anyone gonna have the balls to say 10-yard fight, because that was the football game until the superior Tecmo Bowl came out,
Yeah.
But
That's
I'm like,
true.
I expected one or both of you to say Tecmo Bowl. So but Dayton, flabbergasted me with that one. Good answer. Dayton, that's a great answer. Yeah. And he doesn't go with the main character too. He goes, yeah.
I'll change my game when we do one that's not a football episode.
All right. Well, listen, guys, I had a good time talking about the best of times. Certainly the right time. We just had the Super Bowl 35th anniversary of the movie. Sadly, 35 years ago, did not do too good. $12 million budget. It made like $8 million. And I don't know why, because it's certainly not in the pantheon of football movies, but it's there.
January has always been a tricky time releasing movies. You got the holiday movie overload. You've got the award winners. It's kind of a time that if you're not going to be either of those movies, you're kind of lost in the shuffle.
I think you're right. I definitely think you're right. Well, that's what we got for tonight. Let's see. We're back next week. I think we're talking about F. Gary Gray. Yeah, The Negotiator.
Yep,
on a film by. And 86. If you're more of a fan of 86, we'll be back in 2 weeks with Scott Hoffman's coming back, and we're talking Police Academy 3 back in training. So subscribe, follow. Whatever platform you're on. We're streaming free: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Deezer, and probably 15 other ones that I'm not remembering right now. Right, Brad?
Yeah. But, let's just hope the people in Taft can get us.
Yeah. We are streaming in Taft for sure, in the swamp. But if you want to get a hold of us, please reach out. Send us a line at afilmbypodcast@gmail.com or hit us up on the Facebook page at A Film By. Until next time, guys.
Hooday!